like what you see. Well then, please subscribe, eh? And if you like what we do, then smash that like button too. And if you love to drink it down, leave a comment down below. I like radar crypto. I like radar crypto. I like radar crypto. Radar.
I wait for someone to save. I want to tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. I wish you all the best I can, and I stop myself for a while. I'm saying things I don't believe. The panic's rising every day. You won't tell me something new. Don't you think for the people the best we find back myself a little sooner than this? Don't you think for the people the best we find back myself a little sooner than this? Don't you wish I wanna be someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. Won't you tell me something new?
Check, check, 1 2 1 2. Let's kick it. Let's go ahead and get this party started. It is 1:46.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I should say thank you very much.
Welcome everyone to a surprise stream, and basically all I'm doing today is trying to look for some altcoin setups. Bitcoin looks kind of interesting right now. We're kind of ranging out. Now, we are in what could be a type of flag. And now how I differentiate flags from what you might see on some other channels are, let me go over this real quick. A lot of times people are quick to point out flags, all right? I mean, they may even have it, you know, a lot of times you'll see them flag out. But if there is a trend line here and it breaks that, I am not looking at that as a flag. If that trend line is intact right here and we can flag out above it, I consider that a flag, and that might actually give us one of those quirky measure moves to the upside from the pole, not way down here, just the pole, this move right here. And we will put that one, according to Thomas Bukowski, you will put it at the bottom of the trend line. That gives us a measure move right up here to about 59,825. I want to mark that one. Now, if you put it on top of the trend line, which I've done for a long time, that would put you up here just a little bit above our 618 target. And we see that right now we're at an area of resistance, so we could roll over. There's a good, oh wow, really? For real, for real. We got a Fibonacci area right here that I'm keeping my eyeball on total 3. It's the 382, and according to my pool here, we are above it right now, flagging out on it. We may hold it. I hope we hold it. Good chance. Ichimoku Cloud's telling me a little bit. There's some possibilities, but if we do break down, And we could, we most definitely could come down and lose a few billions as we kind of do something. And some people might even see this as a inverted head and shoulders, and it could be. There could be a possibility of that. It's too early to tell to see what's going to happen. If she decides to keep on going up, there ain't no head and shoulders. It's just up only, and that would be awesome. I'm not against that. We are above the Ichimoku cloud. Now, that's a good sign that we will stay above it. But look, we're right above it, and she dips down here to about 543. There's a chance we might get one more dip out of altcoins before we really start taking off, and I want to take advantage of that. So we'll be looking at some chart setups, and we'll be targeting some lower areas too that they might come down to before they pump up, as well as some targets that if we just keep on going that we can respectively may hit. Although I do want to remind you that the 200 moving average is up here at 565 billion, where that's $5 billion away. We might get antsy and go for it, but chances are the way the other moving averages have flipped bearish over here, we'll probably just come up there and roll over. So we'll have some targets immediately on some of these altcoin charts that I do recommend you pay yourself if you're close to it. If you're up on your altcoins, I do recommend you do that, because they might be coming down to a juicier area. And if I just had to guesstimate, if we do play out something like that, let me pull a fib and kind of see how she balances out. I can see a little correlation in how they line up here, and it kind of makes me think, might be onto something bouncing off that areas. A little voodoo there. Overall, we're in a nice trend for altcoins though. So let's keep this idea in mind. If we come down in altcoins, we got this trend line. We want to respect that trend line. And yeah, that can get us down to these nice little areas. A little bit of a pull back before going for a bigger move. And then maybe we might get a bigger pullback for this. This is kind of what I'm seeing now after drawing my trend line. So let's go see if we can get some altcoin trade setups, mostly for swing trades, ones that'll take maybe a week or more to play out, because we'll be covering the whole gamut of this on a smaller time. Well, probably not on a smaller time frame. We like to try to do our swing traders on the daily and the 4 hour to kind of see what's going on. Hey, we got Disclosure Kids asking me to look at Gary Network. It's been doing better. We can take a look at that. Nice beard, by the way. Yeah, she's a little AI generated there, but it's a nice little change from my usual face, which usually freaks everybody out the way that I usually look. Can I show it? If you catch me on my late night streams, you will often see me look just a little more like this, a little bit more freaky. I was going to go with this look, but I thought it looked a little bit too mean. So we're being Chad today. But welcome to the stream. It's your first time. You know, I do have a nightly stream, mostly about 10:30 at night Eastern Standard Time. But I will take a look at Gary real quick, and then I'll start getting into the list of altcoins. Gary has been doing good, and we follow it on my nightly stream. I've had several people come over and request it. I'm not in it. But and some people call it trash. I've heard that just because there's a lot of busy wickages going on here, and the price action just hasn't been that great. I have no opinion on it. There's some other analysts, because there are. If you zoom out here on the daily, man, there's lots of sales, lots of buys, and I think this was a social network type play. But she was doing good. Oh, she lost it today. All right. Okay. I see. When she goes, she can go. And I think that's the appeal for the people that are in it, because, well, oh man, that was only 20% gains there. So let's zoom out and look at what's going on, because, man, we've been following this for a while, even back in August, and looking at the chart now, yeah, she's down a lot. So this is where you got to ask yourself, man, how do you feel about the project? Is you cool with it? What I'm seeing, we've kind of got a falling wedge channel, kind of what we started. We broke above it and then been riding that leg ever since. Now, normally what I would do in this situation is just take into account our new information, and then we got a very more symmetrical type channel that we're in. So the falling wedge idea, I would negate that. Now, breaking out of this channel could get a really cool measure move whenever it happens, and there's no telling when it would happen. I'd probably say we're probably coming back to 618 regardless. The fibs don't lie. Best thing I can tell you to do right now is swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy or could buy. We're trying to find a reversal point. And it looks to me that Gary will be coming down here to 0.001963 is the exact number I've got here on the CoinEx chart. She's lost her bottom here. She's going to try to find a new one. This will be our first target for that new bottom. That should be where we start to see, if you're a degen, like I often am, and wanted to take a risk on that, that would be the prime area that I would do. From there, now that I can see where we're most likely to go and play the probabilities, I can now take a swing high to that swing low, to the projected swing low. I want to see how it lines up on my fibs. Is it fairly decent? Wow. Maybe. Normally I see them line up just a little bit better. Say hello to everyone, Mr. Max. This is Max the cat. He's with me today. Oh, Max the cat. So given this idea, if it plays out, this is a speculative play, but this is what I like to do. That means our 236 area is going to be our first target, and is it going to be worth it to play that? That would be a 5x just getting back up to the level that we got to get back to. I would consider this an accumulation zone. That's pretty sweet, actually, if you got the patience and the cojones to play it and wait for it to get down to 0.019-ish cents, 0.0019-ish, and then there might be something there. That's kind of what I see there. Looking at it on the smaller time frames, man, I mean, she's been spent. And it, are you? What happened there? That moved something. She's finding some support right here. And that's a good area to find it. So short term, you may actually see her jump up a little bit before she rolls over to that bottom area. So it'll be the same idea right here. You're likely to see her go to 0.007 before she rolls over, from what I'm seeing. That could be a 28% gain. So if I had to guess, it looks like she could possibly do this. That's on the cards, or she could just drop, as this is a bear flag idea. Taking it as a bear flag idea, if I go from here down, that measure move gets us right into the area that we are looking for, right where we lost this level and dropped. So I took my measure move. So everything on Gary is pointing that we're over the next few weeks, we'll be coming down to this 0.002 area, whether we go up here first or not. But after that area, a smart play would be to come up to 0.015 cents in that area, a little higher actually, 0.016, and that's where the big money could be made right there. Oh, now we're getting almost a 7x to go there, and she's got to come back up here and make a higher high. So 0.05, 0.016. That's what I got from Gary. All right, and let me go ahead and let's do our setups here. I've got a list of coins that I'm personally playing and things like that. It'll be some of the more popular ones that I'm going over first. So I'm not out here gem picking, but just trying to get everything set up for the big babies here. I'm going to start out with Solana. I want to get on, I don't want to mess with my current charts though. We'll go with the Binance chart here. All right, so yeah, way back here. I don't know if I've even done this. We were looking at these areas, which we did come down and hit at 120, and now we're bouncing up. When you look at Solana, let me get some of these things off here. They're kind of distracting. This is old news and old targets, which we hit and nailed it, because that's what we like to do here on the show. We got some bearish things going on here on, well, short-term bearish, I would say, for the daily chart. The bigger idea with our moving averages is that the momentum is there to carry us forward. We're just going to have a little bit of choppiness. Now, a lot of people claim we're going to 200, but I think they're forgetting that we have this trend line here that was respected back in July and respected here in August, and now this has become resistance, and our moving averages are kind of suggesting that too. This area right up here, about 148, maybe as high as she gets. We'll take our Fibonacci's and see what it tells us, because it doesn't lie. 145 is what it's pegging out there. So by the time that we reach that area and the moving averages come down and cross, they're crossing bearishly, by the way. 50 and 100 both kamikaze diamond on the 200 moving average. We're below the 200 moving average on the daily. We are bearish, but quite likely we will see a play up like this, and then possibly we got to come back and see if we find support here, or we come down and maybe retest our bottom area here, or possibly even come lower. We got all these little options that we have to look at, and that's what's on the table by getting rejected right here. So short-term play, I am looking for a bearish retest on Solana. It's doubtful that we get back above this trend line, but if we did, we could expect a big ass move, but it's not showing that on the charts. We look at some indicators here and see what they say too. Stochastics are topped out there. They'll probably stay topped out until we get up to that area and do our bearish retest, and then most likely we'll get rejected. Even the stochastics are saying that. Now the MACD's got a different story. She's trying to cross bullish here, and that could be interesting. She could also roll over. She's not actually committed to that. So our theory or thesis that we might get a bearish rollover at 145-ish. Yeah, that's pretty solid short term. Doesn't mean that we're going to zero and it's all over. It just means we can probably chop around for the next few months. September is a bad month. October starts turning around, but it doesn't happen instantly on October 1st. It's more toward the end. So we got lots of plays here and percentages that we can be making. Now we're coming up on this 382 Fibonacci. She may just roll over there. She could. But if we can squeeze out an extra 8%, that would be sweet. So the take profit areas for this guy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to post this over to our Telegram group. It's a free trading community. I don't charge for that. And our buy is if we can get above 136, you can buy in. That if you're already in, then those targets would be really good take profit targets. So you can do a 4%. Now that's not a great risk to reward ratio here on the daily, going below the candle. You have to get a little bit more risky here. I don't see that as being a good entry play. I don't like that idea. So I'm just going to put this one out as take profit areas. I think an entry might be found about 130. Respect this trend line, and then we may bounce back up if we do come down, or we may just continue on up there. But I am essentially looking for a bearish rollover here at 145. All right, well, let's post this one and move on to the next one. All right, over on the Telegram group, let me put the links in case anybody wants to go check it out. It is free. There's two different areas. There is the Telegram chat room, which has a AI chatbot will do technical analysis for you. It's pretty cool. It does so much I can't even explain it. From CoinTrends, shout out to CoinTrends. It's a paid bot, paid service I pay for, and you get to use for free. Hey, there's Dave P. How's it going, Dave? So that link is out there. And then we've also got the chart room, and now this is a maze of information. This is where, if you're trying to figure this market out, I've got so much wealth of information to help you do it. And just go over and ask questions. That's all you got to do. This one is divided up in a lot of targets: student charts, trade setups, airdrops, Vandy Wall, media resources, chart school, mostly for new people that have questions about investing and stuff. I don't get near enough action over there, but it's there for the new people. That's what I started out to do, is teach people how to do T8 and trade. All kinds of things. There's a course over there. There's all kinds of stuff over there. I get in the WD can. It's just, you know, I'm continually, I'm posting over the past 2.5 years, I guess. But right now, we're going to put this little guy right here with the rest of our little trade setups that we've got over there. No paywall. Just a free community of people that like to help each other. Private group. It is private. Invitation only from this channel. All right, we got Solana. A 4-hour chart. I'm just going to label this as take profit. I'm expecting a bearish retest. 145 area. Which will likely lead to more consolidation below the 200 moving average. Posted from Surprise Daystream. Yay! All right, so we got that little guy posted over there for all to see. And that's what I'm doing on this particular stream. Oh, what's this? I lost my place. There we are. All right, now let's see. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. I'm going to do Rune. Hit on Binance. Rune's interesting. Rune technically has got a breakout. I'm on the 4-hour. Let's zoom out. Always zoom out. And since we got nothing, oh look, nailed it. Look, 457 got hit perfectly. That's our 236, baby. We pulled that little sucker, marked it after we got our bottom here, and it tells us where we need to go. I want to clear this thing off. Let's look at this and see what's going on with Rune. Daily chart, 800, 600 moving average, 662. This is technical, whatever. Respecting the hell out of that one, it does. And higher high. Nice, nice, nice. So we're going to get a few targets here from this swing high all the way down to this swing low. I do like to go from up here. Let me see what we got up here first, but that's our ranges are just a little bit too much for our time, but we do want to mark this because this is an extremely important area. This is the area that we've got to see Rune get above if she wants to start going up back toward $8, $6 and all that. Now that we've established that little guy, now we can see what we're working with here. This guy is going to be, she's right there in that range. I don't know if that one's going to be the one we need to look at. We need to look at this one. Oh, did I skip? Oh, let's check our levels. I'm picky about this. I didn't have my, I didn't go all the way to the bottom wick there, so I got to redo it. I pulled it down. I'm picky. Now let me try the second one. Maybe she'll make a little bit more sense now. And this top here, let's see what we got. How are you respecting your... Okay, you're above that one. That's cool. I like that. We're going to still stick with that one. Oh, man. 200 speaking to me on that one. Let's go down to this one. This one is actually your more relevant. This is the one that's actually going to have the most strength right now. And on the daily, I think that's the one that we should shoot for. So we're at the resistance area right now to the 618. She could roll over. She might do it. She might really roll. Where's our 200? What's the... Oh, okay. 200 moving average is up here. Wow, you're at the 113? That's hopeful. I like what I see there, actually. If I see some confluence like that up there, that makes, in my mind, that makes this a valid target at 534. She would have to do a breakout to get that because, you know, we got resistance all through here. It's just the fact of life, baby, because she's in a channel. Look at it right there. Boom. And she could come down as low as 250 if she wants to roll over. I mean, that's on the table. I don't think it's going to happen. But she could. Let's do a little quick analysis here from swing high to swing low. We bounced off the... That's not right. Sorry. Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. You went on the 618. Okay, that does put you up for... Let's double check. Oh, that's ballsy. Personally, I'm going for this one. We got a really, really good chance to actually roll over right here at 408. If she can get past it, then we're good. If not, she could be rolling over, and then we gotta come back down probably in these areas about 359. It's too presumptive to put that on the to really do that, but we're gonna cheat just a little bit. This is a possible buy place. If she rolls over and comes back, she may be coming back about 360 area. I think that would be a good place to buy. So most likely what we will see is a rollover. And then maybe we can try to do something. That's what I'm seeing on this one. You do have trend lines to give us some support, so maybe I should redraw that a little bit better. If it respects the trend line, and we need it to respect the trend line. I'm seeing something like that, and then we got to see what's going to happen. So that's what I'm getting out of Rune. She may be coming back more so to this area, not necessarily the 618. That would probably be the 0.5. About 375 and then rolling over. Let's pull a fib and see if we got some confidence for that. And it would be the 382. That'd be a strong move too. If it can hold that zone on a pullback, if this plays out to that. Cool. See that as being the buy zone. With some take profits up here. What are we looking at percentage wise? How does that look? Where's that little tool? Is it this? No, it's not that one. There you are. So if it does come back, I expect that it would. Can make 21%, possibly 31% on spot, buying it in the buy zone if it just decides to keep on going, which I don't see it happening. Moving averages just don't have that story to share. They're saying it most likely will roll over. But if she did go, or if you got in after it cleared that area, 12 to 20% idea. Let's go ahead and let's share this idea. Is the rune daily chart, swing trade idea. I'm expecting a rollover at the 618 area at 4.08. Entering on the trend line at 378. Could be a potential good entry. Take profits at 462 and 494 area. Put up to 31%. Gains on spot. Alrighty, we got that one. Oh, my nose itches. Hey, we got Zero Soda. How's it going, Zero? I hadn't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Glad to have you whenever you get here. Watching one of these after a long time. Hey, man, I'm just glad to have you back, man. Glad you're hanging out. We got Dave P. and we got Brackets Adventures. How's it going, my man? Archbit, how's it going? All right, let's go ahead and let's move on to the next one. I got AVAX. These are going to be some of the more popular coins right now. That still looks cool to me. I think I've already posted this before. That was our trade setup, trying to get in right around $22. She's a slow mover until she's not, and then she, I mean, dude. I mean, we were over here back in March up around $60 when I should have just been saying, boy, I need to just sell a bunch of this, but no. No, your dog did what so many other people do, and that's just be spread too diverse and not be able to keep up with stuff like you need to, and that's a bad habit. That's a bad habit. I think I got that habit from a trading group. Not the best habit to be in, to be too diversified. I'm working on straightening that out right now. So we're just in a downward channel. It's a little bit slopey on the tops. That's kind of cool. That makes it a falling wedgie pattern ish. And these can break to the upside. Now there's a couple ways to do measure moves, and the most brief, the standard way that is taught is to do this little guy. And if we break out here, we can go with the measure move. You always got to come back and put it wherever the breakout is. I know a lot of people go with these measure moves on these patterns, and then it's like they forget about them after they do. Of course, a lot of times I see them go with some crazy measure moves, and I don't know. I've found that if you just plan the trade and trade the plan, it seems to do pretty good. Just that alone. I don't know. Everybody's got a different style. It doesn't have to be like mine. I'm not going to make you drink lemon water. All right, but you know, there's actually another. Well, I there's several different ways that we can get some juicy targets out of this guy. That measure move is not bad. It's coming in also at the 0.05 fib. Really, I would just mark that fib. Honestly, I'll keep the measure move there. But I mean, think about AVAX getting back to $46 because it can. So I'm playing this one as a longer term hold, but I'm also trying to build a bag. So we got the little idea here. Just trying to get some bigger targets in mind. These line up nice. Clearly, you're wanting to be a target, right? So this $26, 60 cents, 58 is what I had there before. Still seems to be valid. All these targets seem to be pretty juicy still from the original trade setup that we had. And that was getting in before the breakouts or anything, so. I'm on the daily, man. That's a big. So this trade up from where we are now, what would we still make? Where are you, little tool? From where we are now, there's still possible 30% gains. How you looking over here? Are you trying to roll over? Now we got to see if there's some places that we can get in, and there are right back where we started. It could be coming right back down to this little zone. If she rolls over, and she may decide to keep on going, she's not broken trend line. So she's not in danger of losing it just yet until she breaks this trend line and gets below 2350. Until then, we're still above the 9 moving average on the daily. We're doing good on this, but if she does, the buy zone will be between the 618 and the 382 area right there. That buy zone looks very small. Make that word bigger. So we'll just repost this little guys, get that cleaned up a little bit so we can see it. Okay. I think should be able to make sense of this. Put a few little targets here to buy zone. All right, let's do it. Let's take this. We got AVAX. Daily. Can't talk today. This is more of a swing trade update. Which from where we were, how much is it up? From the entry to there, up 5%. It's a start. She's a slow mover. And think about her getting the $50, man. Or more. She's a long-term hold for me. But I am taking profits at these areas as I build a bag. And these juicy lows, that's what I do. I'm trying to go back to Telegram here so we can trade update. Up 5% from entry. Still might be more. chances for those same entry levels. Take profits in red. Possible 30% gains. Still coming from current price. All right, AVAX, we got you done. So me and Crypto had a divorce. Oh no, but we're back together again now. I went through that too in my journey. I have to document it by the Bitcoin chart though, because that's how I identify my life and how I've spent it over these past years through the old Bitcoin chart. But yeah, I've had those experiences myself too. Back in 2019, and we got up to, well, before this, back in 2017, we're up 17. So all through all this fun. I remember 2018 and 2019 were kind of bad, and after we kind of started losing in here, I started losing effort and not trying as much, and then COVID hit, and that's when I really started getting right back into it. But there are so many times that, you know, I sold 10 Bitcoin at $400. Was that right? You know, to look back on that as the stupidity that I had, because I didn't trust it at the time. I didn't have the conviction in it. Wow, this is bunk. But I mean, she had a big drop from, you know, it's easy, but you know, you're actually in at a good time. And I will tell you how my perspectives have changed since you've been in and we're watching. And what I will do different now. The whole time that we were down here in the bottom of the market, and you were with us then, I was focusing on altcoins then. Here's what I would do different and what I'm going to do different next time. You might have heard me talking about it back then, but I was talking about how Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin could steal the show, and we may see a lackluster performance out of altcoins, and we have. Now, here's what's so interesting is that, you know, I spent a lot of time accumulating altcoins when Bitcoin was at the bottom too. And with Bitcoin sitting up here at 57,000, a lot of those altcoins are still at the same bottoms now. They've come all the way back down. So you get us, if you're looking for altcoins, this is your second chance to entry right here. In my personal opinion, most of them are bottomed out. But the smartest thing to do, and what I'm going to do differently next time, is focus mostly on Bitcoin. I'm not going to come into altcoins until about this part of the cycle when we keep doing it. We've done it last time too. You know, the altcoins come back to those juicy prices that you thought you were getting in on at the juicy bottoms in the dark of the bear market. So glad to have you back in crypto, my man. And hopefully we can share some knowledge here and some other places. Joe from Trade Intuition is a good source, and he comes in here. Other YouTubers are hanging out here, and they do some good TA and do some good work. Good to follow them too. Let's go ahead and let's move over to Link, and let's see what we got going over here. Link. Now this would be the exception, but look, she's come down to a good price. But Link's during the bear market, she's hanging around $5 to $6. She was so boring. But people are making money though. I mean, think about it. I mean, if you can catch those ranges, you got 50% moves, you know, almost both ways, right? Yeah, 30 to 50% moves up and down, and a lot of people made a lot of money. It was weird because every time that Link would get up around $9, Bitcoin would tank. And here we came back and we wicked down. I'm gonna clear this whole chart out just so we can see. And we wicked right back down to those areas and retested those areas of a breakout. That's a good sign. So what we got basically is a support resistance flip area zone. All right, so let's do our fib magic. Swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. Bounce off a 618. Beautiful. So I do that to give me an idea about where that we could actually go up to, and bouncing off of that 786 area gives me these two juicy moon targets. I know it's crazy. I know it sounds like, oh man, that would take forever, but that's the secret of the Fibonacci trading system, my friend, is it's based on what we got going on right here. Helps us determine where she can go, because it's a ratio thing. I know it sounds crazy. Is it any crazier than some of the other things that you see? But look at this. It's a 1-to-1 move. You can do it just like that. Just taking that whole thing and putting from the bottom wick, and you still get in the ballpark. That's a simplified way to do it. Just do it with the measure move. Now here's going to be the fun part. Oh, we just did that. You erased it. Okay. So 236 Fibonacci area. Put a big old thick line. We got to get past that at 1155. So that's our first target right off the bat. I'm going to paint her orange, because if we get past it, that means our accumulation area is over. Now we're starting to go up, and our main target will be $17. And that's where a lot of people will go short, because as price action happens, or how this kind of works, if we can't get up there, then we come back in range a little bit and try to build up strength. But we could, on the table, we didn't make a higher high, so we made a higher low, so we could make a lower low. So as long as we don't get above that, this is where a lot of people like to come in and start shorting. And sometimes there's enough of them so that it drives us down. And we don't have to come down this low, but we can bounce off of a lot of areas. And that's what we got to determine. But bouncing off this one opens up the possibility of coming all the way back up to $24 for Link. Man, that would be awesome. So I'm trying to build a bigger bag, since we're in this area of accumulation. And anywhere between $8 and $11.55 is a good buy, especially when you sell at 17. You look, man, I should have bought more when we were that cheap. And so this is what I got for Link. And of course, there are some good levels in between. Take profit at. Every one of these fib levels is perfect. And this sounds like this is too simple. It works. It works beautiful. I can think of no better way to do this. For real. The fibs just lay it all out for you. Your whole trading plan right here. Where do I need to take profit? At a fib level. How do they work? It's so magical. It is magical. Somehow coded into this price is what it's going to do in the future. It sounds crazy, but somehow coded into the seed is what, that little plant will turn into. It's weird. It is weird, but it's based on proportion and ratio. Call me crazy. But to swing low to swing high from over here, she's going to lay out all the areas that she's going to have trouble with before. I mean, you could go here. I'm going to draw a line here that she's going to have resistance here. She'll probably have some resistance up here. You can do all that, but the fibs just see right through everything. I don't have to worry about doing all that and guessing where my levels are going to be. My fibs are going to tell me. Before it ever happened, it knew the 618 would get hit. How did it know that? I don't know. Before it ever happened, it knew the 786 would get hit. And you can look back and you can make arguments. Oh, well, that line was down where we wicked down to. Okay. I didn't, but it's easy to, if your eyes aren't trained for all this stuff, it's easy to miss all these little things. The fibs catches it for you. Yeah, the fibs are your friends, man. The fibs, they are just like Shakira's hips, baby. They don't lie. They don't lie. And they're a money maker, just like Shakira's hips. They are the money maker. All right, so that's what I got for Link, and I'm on the weekly time frame of all things. Be charting this, right? But I know to the Degens out there, but I want to get on the small time frames, make quick money. Taking it slower makes you more money. And man. That's just the truth of it. Looking here on the daily, we're bouncing off a 800 moving average. Man, we need to have that. We got the Lucy line 600 and something moving average above that. So yeah, we talked about her before, but this is what I got out of Link. Man, I think anywhere through here is a good place to get in the Link. And there's a nice trade sub, 61%. You can do a decent stop loss all the way down to the bottom of the wick, and it is doubtful that that would even get hit. Well, even if I went from here to there for a trend line, I mean, it is doubtful. So put it below. You could even put it right down here. That's pretty good. 7-to-1 risk reward ratio with that. Even if you went below the wick, you got a 4.4 to 1 risk reward ratio. Just getting back to the 618, which we should have no problem doing. It just could take it weeks to get there, but that would be 61% off of this. Just spot trading alone. Selling, buying at 10, 61-ish where we're at now, somewhere in the $10 range, and then selling at 17. Not bad, not bad. Let's take this one. Post it over there. Guys, do you like these streams where I just come on and all I do is this kind of chart and then post it over there? I mean, is that cool? I can't, oh man. One of these days I'll get this set up. I need to start making coin videos. And if I'm smart, I will plan this out ahead of time. And I don't present this like I'm trying to make a video. I present this just like I do on every stream. And it makes it, I need to turn these into videos to kind of help my numbers get up on YouTube. The videos bring people in. I don't know why that is, but I have not made any in a while. All right, but I also want to, you know, post setups in the trading group or community. And I encourage other people that are comfortable in their TA to post over there and just share. Let's share and help everybody. It doesn't have to be some private paid group that, you know, enriches one person. And then they taught this big old lifestyle saying, yes, I can teach you how to do this. Yeah, no, let's just be, you know. The best things in life are free. This is we're on the daily chart, right? We're on the weekly. Did I switch it? No, we're back on the daily. Good for this up. Good. And this is Link. We're up to 62% gains. I'm not going to go into details. I think you can read. It should be self-explanatory. Well, maybe I'll need to add more detail to it. So I think these somewhere 1050 to 1073 is a good place to. What's this number here for? I've actually got it where the price is right now, though, for that risk reward ratio. All right, let's copy you. Let's replace this with that. And now it should reflect that. There we go. All right. Go Bitcoin, go Bitcoin. It's your birthday, it's your birthday. Tiny trades, tiny trades. Or did you just clear that level? Not really officially. All right, Bitcoin, make our bags pump, baby. Let's check out the chat here. Archbishop says Bitcoin offers economic immortality. Will reach 10 million per coin, says Michael Saylor. That will be awesome. Try to get as much as I can now. Yes, we're just watching you. Yep, it's cool. Where's the Casper Moonboy is at? Is Caspa? Oh, Caspa has been. I haven't looked at that one yet. Let's take a look at Caspa. So this is, I don't know when I did all of this. Back in early August, looks like, when we were getting our, after we got our drop there. How did it perform? Well, I didn't nail the bottom, but we had the trend line drawn that should help kind of inform us, and she got down to 13.8. 14.4 was the big area which we consolidated of, and look at how many wicks and everything happened right above that area and on that area. And let's clear all this off now that, because this is an old chart. And we're just focused. Well, we need to zoom out. It's higher highs and higher lows. We got that going for us. A little bit of rounding here. There's a little, you can see a little bit of tiredness here. And how this kind of curves over just a little bit. So we're getting tired a little bit. We're above the 200 daily moving average. That is cool. Swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. That's 618 is the big one. And I've got sell orders. I've got them all. I've had sell orders down here just to kind of offset some stuff on what I'm doing. I'm big into cash, but it's a long-term trade. I'm just building a bag, and this is part of how I do it. And basically, I use my fibs to help me figure out. And my strategy for spot margin is I pyramid out on my levels. You know, bigger orders at higher, smaller orders, smaller, taper it down. And then also when I accumulate, I'm doing the same thing. And I basically, I'm playing a big ass range is what it comes out to, when especially when I'm trying to accumulate and grow a bigger bag, because getting that dry powder lets me have more to spend down here and less to borrow, or more to borrow if I want to borrow more money on spot margin. That's the strategy that I'm using at this moment, because we're in a choppy range. Now, when more toward October, I want to have all these positions secured, so then we start getting, you know, the banana zone that everybody talks about. When that starts happening, I want to have my bags packed. This is me packing. This is how I pack them. So, you know, I'm not just getting in and trying to just, you know, it's not like just a in and out kind of trade, but you can do that with these strategies. So we got the trend line right here for Caspa. This is going to be the breaks. We're not going. This is the wall. This is the wall that we don't have on our southern border to keep right. All right, so we get our trains of thought here. So this was a 618, so that's going to be hard for us to get past, man. It's had problems there so many times before. She might actually do it. Let's take a fib. Swing low to swing high. 618 bounce, right? 618. And we should be looking, just based on that, and these two guys, just based on this short-term time for action. So we're just trying to get some shorter-term targets here. Keep in mind, an easy way to do it, swing high to swing low, and it's, look, targets still align with this. This is an easier way. You don't have to get all into the little nitty gritties, but there is a science there, and it does come in handy at doing certain things. My big target is always going to be this. I'm still looking for 23 cents and also 22 cents, basically. Those are the big guys, and I've been saying that for months, just waiting for it to happen. We just hadn't got there yet. Until that one day that we do, it's like, wow, dude. How did you know? The fibs told me. That's all I can say. Because I don't know if I said this, but like Shakira's hips, my fibs don't lie. So all these targets right through here are up for grabs the closer we come to retesting this trend line. And in the bigger gist of things, we're just in a big ass channel. And it's hard to determine where it is, but my rule is to go with the candle body touch. And seeing how we touched wick to it here, candle body touched it there, but we didn't. 3 attempts did not make it. That's showing some weakness here. So getting above 22 cents is going to be an accomplishment, but she can do it. 21, 23 cents. But when she does get up here, don't say, it's a flag, we're getting ready to go to, because you know there's going to be that one YouTuber out there that's going to see a flag, because it will probably look like a flag. And we come up here and do something like that, and you're going to get set up. The measured move is going to take us clear up to the next target, 30 cents. And it's like, not today. Not today, sir. If you got a flag at resistance, it's unlikely that we're going to go too crazy on it. And besides, I don't know if you know this, but those measured moves on those flags, they only go about halfway most of the time. I just say it. Of course, I thought this person was a pattern trader. Now they're saying they're not a pattern trader. Well, I thought they were trying to be a pattern trader. I'll probably agree. They are not a pattern trader. I will agree with that assessment today. Look, you got to break out of a trend line. Why, shucks. You could take a measure move from there if you wanted to. Where would that take us? Where would that take us? Actually, I just do it the real way, road dog. Don't be scared. Jump out there. I'll put that one out there. This is a bonus one. Does correspond? Well, it corresponds with the top up there. So we got juicy targets for Caspa. Look, it's a rainbow. So 1716 is a headache for Caspa. Sad to say. 19.1 would be fun. 19.6 would be just a little bit more fun. 20 cents comes up and 20.8 comes into the picture, and we balling. We going to the moon. The Moon Boys will be out. Crypto Galaxy will just be celebrating. 22 cents and like, oh man, have we made it, baby? We are here. If you didn't buy Caspa, man, you're stupid. 23 cents if we're lucky to get up there. And then we're going to 30 cents and we roll over. This is a rollover zone right here between 22 and 23 cents. That's going to be it. For you're going to see something more like boom. She likes to do this, so get ready for it and take advantage of it. Take profits here and then buy that next dip that will probably come back down to 17 cents. I'm just saying. Here's my Caspa setup, darlings. Because we did get the breakout. We got a breakout. If you go back to 15.8, that'd be great. But let's just go where we are now. Where you at right now? 16.5. That's a 10% stop loss. I don't like it. I wouldn't do it. I would put mine under the trend, right below the 9 daily moving average. That's an 8% stop loss. Risk to reward for a comfortable target for real. I believe. It is right up here about 20, right at 22. What does that give us? Risk to reward ratio. I'm not getting crap on risk to reward rate. Why? That doesn't make any sense. This gives me a 0.25 risk to reward ratio? What did I do wrong here? I did something wrong. I did something wrong. What is this? Did I tweak a setting? This does not. I picked the wrong one, dumbass. All right, who's out there? Hold your hand up if you're screaming it at the screen. Lord, like you're a dumbass. You got the wrong one. No wonder it don't make any sense to you. I thought you knew what you was doing. What kind of percentage do we have to come up here? That risk to reward ratio puts you right under that 9 moving average. That's a 4.2 from right where we are right now, and I don't recommend buying it. Where we at? 16.5. That's not too bad, but you could probably get Caspa a little cheaper as we fluctuate here a little bit. I'm on the daily time frame. The 20 cents, I think, is a little bit more realistic, though, for a target. And that would be 25% gains, a 3.29 to 1 risk reward ratio. That's not that's more realistic to come back up right back and retest the tops that we had over here, retest that high. And the extra would just be the bonus, the candy on top. A little bit of a messy chart, but I'm going to post it anyway because, well, I just got tired. Caspa! I just want to leave the list as take profit targets. All right, it is about 2:50. It is about time for Joe from Trade Intuition to go live. I like to go support Joe and what he's doing over on his channel, and this is it. And if you want to join me over there, we can go over there. Let's go ahead and give him a like, because that's what helps. Man, this is the bread and butter for YouTube. I'm not over sitting here, hawking super chats or anything like that, although they are very appreciated, especially for a small tuber like me and for Joe. Definitely helps us out because we're doing this for free out of our own pocket. But what really, really helps the channels grow and reach more people is hitting like and subscribing.
Hitting that like button. I just want to say thank you very much.
And why don't I give Joe a shout out here and get ready to go over, and we're just going to put Road Dog a Crew a coming. And head over that way to give him just a little YouTube love. And I was going to say something else, but then squirrel. It liking and subscribing does help a lot, and I appreciate everyone that all 1,443 beautiful people subscribed to my channel for the last little over about almost a year and a half. 16 months or whatever. I switched over to just live streaming, and that's when all the memberships started. When I do videos, man, they were growing. My channel was growing fast, but when I started streaming, it just didn't get as much like after 1-2 hour streams. Some people, that's too much. So trying to break it up into some smaller content, thinking about those ideas, I get lazy. I like streaming. Streaming to me gives the most information. You can just fast forward to whatever you want to go through. If I start getting enough likes and everything, I'll start doing my little time zone stamps and everything again. But thanks for hanging out with me, guys, and just posting some things over to the Telegram group. Go check it out. Links are in the description. It's free. Hang out. Well, what? It ain't gonna cost you nothing. Meet some cool kids. And I will see you guys tonight on the live stream, and probably some other ones, as I got a big list to go over. So I'll be doing this more. Just to come and hang out if you want. See you guys tonight. Trade carefully. Go make that money. Enjoy the pumps. There's the button.
Come here, bud. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze.
Seriously, whenever you're free, could you have a look at Hammy? Okay, I'll put that on my list here. I'm sorry I missed that. I didn't check. I should check back with the chat.
You won't make it to the finish line.
I just started zoning out there.
If you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind.
Archbishop, he's not good at reading chat. Hello. You would think after a year and a half I would be better at this, but it's still a process. But I appreciate it, guys. I'll definitely I'll put that on the list for tonight and post it. I'll try to remember to post it in the group too.